Pickle different results pickling the same object. Is anyone able to explain the comment under test lookups in this code snippet? I've run the code and indeed what the comments say is true. However, I'd like to understand why it's true. Why is pickle outputting different values for the same object depending on how it is referenced? Does it have anything to do with reference count? If so, isn't that some kind of a bug, i.e. the pickled and deserialized object would have an abnormally high reference count, and in effect would never get garbage collected?
It is looking at the reference counts from the cPickle source. The pickle protocol has to deal with pickling multiple references to the same object. In order to prevent duplicating the object when to pickle, it uses a memo. The memo basically maps indexes to the various objects. The put, p, opcode in the pickle stores the current object in this memo dictionary. However, if there is only a single reference to an object, there is no reason to store it at the memo because it is impossible to need to reference it again because it only has one reference. Thus the cPickle code checks the reference count for a little optimization at this point. So yes, it's the reference counts. But that's not a problem. The objects unpickled will have the correct reference counts, it just produces a slightly shorter pickle when the reference counts are at 1. Now, I don't know what you are doing that you care about this. But you really shouldn't assume that pickling the same object will always give you the same result. If nothing else, I'd expect dictionaries to give you problems because the order of the keys is undefined. Unless you have Python documentation that guarantees the pickle is the same each time, I highly recommend you don't depend on it.
There is no guarantee that seemingly identical objects will produce identical pickle strings. The pickle protocol is a virtual machine, and a pickle string is a program for that virtual machine. For a given object there exist multiple pickle strings, equals programs, that will reconstruct that object exactly. To take one of your examples. The two pickle strings differ in their use of the p opcode. The opcode takes one integer argument and its function is as follows. To cut a long story short, the two pickle strings are basically equivalent. I haven't tried to nail down the exact cause of the differences in generated opcodes. This could well have to do with reference counts of the objects being serialized. What is clear, however, that discrepancies like this will have no effect on the reconstructed object.
피플 없이와 일호시라서 슬라이브인그